everyone, it's Mia with the Couture Beauty and Sewing Academy, and today I'm going to give you a quick tutorial on how to shear. Shearing is something that you see in garments that's worn especially during the summertime, like sundresses, is where you normally find a lot of shearing. And if you're working on this month's Sew Your View, you'll notice that one of the views allows you to add shearing to the top. If that's something that you want to do, or a feature that you like but you've kind of steered clear of it because you were a little bit afraid, don't worry. I'm going to show you just how easy shearing is today. All right. In order to shear, you'll really only need one extra item, and that's elastic thread. Now I'm going to do this demo on my Bernina, and Bernina actually has a presser foot that is made to make shearing easier. I'm not going to be using that foot today. I'm going to use my regular all-purpose presser foot, #1 reverse foot. For those of you that don't have, your machine doesn't offer a specialty foot for shearing, don't worry about it. You can do it with your regular presser foot and your machine, okay? So that's what I'm going to do today. The first thing you have to do is you need to wind your bobbin with elastic thread. In order to shear, you need to wind your bobbin with elastic thread. Your top thread is going to be your regular thread that you normally use, whatever your all-purpose, thread is, Metler, Superior, whatever you use. You're going to put that in the top of your machine, top thread, but your bottom thread is going to be the elastic. So what you want to do is to simply take your elastic thread and you want to hand wind your bobbin. Now, there are some individuals who will use the bobbin winder to wind their bobbin. I don't recommend it because you don't want there to be too much pull, too much tension on the elastic thread. You want it to be very loose so that it's not overly stretching. So I recommend that you wind your bobbin. It's by hand. Wind your bobbin by hand. Really easy to do. So you're just going to simply just wind the bobbin, just like that. Real easy. And you're going to keep winding, trying to get it as smooth as possible until you have a full bobbin with elastic thread. Okay? Nice and loose. Keep the thread loose. You're not pulling. Notice I'm not pulling on the thread. I'm just gently allowing it to just settle around the bobbin. Just wind it around the bobbin. Very easy, okay? Wind your bobbin, and then you're going to place this into your bobbin case and pull that elastic thread up. So let's look at that. My bobbin has been inserted into my bobbin case. I've got my top thread already in and ready to go, my needle threaded. And all I'm going to do is hold my top thread, and I'm going to push my needle down and up so it pulls the elastic bobbin thread up through the machine. See it there? So now the bobbin thread is pulled up through the machine. There's my elastic thread. And now I'm ready to start shearing. So I'm just going to push this, as always, to the back of the machine, and I'm going to take my fabric and I'm just going to start making rows. Now, if you want, you can draw your lines onto your fabric. I normally just use the edge of my presser foot as my guide, and I will make my lines that way. So, line your fabric up, put your presser foot down, and just start sewing. End of that first row, cut your thread, start your second row. And you're just going to do this over and over again until you have the amount of shearing that you want on your garment, however wide you want your shearing to be. You just keep going until you get to your liking. So you can see here that the fabric by itself has already kind of gathered and has given you a sheared effect. What we need to do now is just steam this so that it gathers really, really tightly. And you're going to cut your loose threads. You can even tie off on the back a lot of your sheared elastic. You can tie it off if you choose to. I always just let mine knot at the end, but you can tie yours off if you want. Some people don't like that knotted, you know, or bunched up look on the bottom. They prefer to tie, leave long thread tails and tie their elastic. You can do that as well. Just a matter of preference. But I go the quick and easy route, and I just allow it to backstitch in place. But we're going to take this to the iron and steam it, and that's it. That's just how simple it is to create a sheared effect. All right, let's go take this to the iron and steam it. All right, to steam our sheared fabric and get that shearing to kind of condense and tighten up, you're just going to take your iron and hover over the fabric. Don't let the iron touch the fabric. You're just hovering the iron over the fabric and allowing the steam to hit the fabric and cause the shearing to condense. Do you see it shrinking up? See it getting smaller? See that? All right, there it is. The shearing is all done. The fabric has tightened up and it's ready to be worn. And that's how easy it is to create a sheared garment. So if you are doing that sew your view for this month, don't hesitate from doing the view that has that sheared back. Go for it. You can do it. Super easy.